I'm going to show you how to load a regular 120 load into a Hobbyline 120 load here. I start with this template I've made where I put the grains into here, and I figured out I need about a 7/16 spacer to go on top. It turns out to be perfectly fitting in this case, after the nozzle goes in and everything. These two grains here from Performance Hobbies. These are standard propellant. I've used open motor to confirm the burn rate and nozzle diameter I need to make this work. And for this design, I need to use one of these washers in the back, because the grain is larger diameter than the nozzle. As you can see, there's some propellant showing around there. We don't want that, so we seal it off. You can do this with Aerotech 120 loads as well. You just need to get a delay grain that fits inside the delay well of the Hobbyline case. I prefer to use the US rocket grains because this motor right here is only about $6 to make. It's very cheap, and it's relatively simple to put together. I used a G64 liner to make this template, so I had the exact length I needed to make this. You might want to play around with your length a little bit, but first step is to obtain some parts. You're going to need a forward washer and aft washer, and you're going to need three O-rings, which will actually go around the nozzle here. So here you can see this will seal the nozzle in. These three O-rings on the back will seat it against the liner and the washer here, just like that. And then that will butt up against your rear closer here. And the forward assembly of a Hobbyline motor, it'll be exactly the same as that. But the rear end is really the only major change here. I put a piece of tape over the top here so I don't extend my igniter too far. I also put some of my ignition compound on the end to make it light easier, and I can show you how to make that in a further video. Sorry, I just realized I was in portrait mode. So to recap, we have the slightly different assembly towards the nozzle, but besides that, it's the same as a regular Hobbyline case. So start by greasing the O-rings in your case like usual. I'll give everything a quick test fit to make sure it's working smoothly. So I've got your forward washer. Slap that on. Shouldn't hear any rattling around, it's all tight. For faster propellants, I will be using larger nozzles, and these are standard Aerotech 29mm nozzles. If you were going to do this from a Aerotech regular 29-120 case, you would get one of these nozzles, and it fits in the back of the case just fine. Here we go, let's assemble it. And there you have it. It's ready to go. There we go. Code red. Code red. Wow. That's perfect. I got it. Right there. And we got our screamer.